amazing.
If Fort Wayne was safer and kids were off the street.
If people in the community came together through music.
With multicultural music, all this could happen.
So our mission is to get people together through music and provide cheap music lessons, help troubled youth get out of broken houses and get off the streets, and help people find teachers who speak their language. Our purpose is to bring Fort Wayne together as a more diverse community, get people excited about our business in the community, and increase tourism in Fort Wayne.
Okay, so for the budget, this is for when we get a business started. So for the total revenue, that would be based on music lessons and room rental, things like that. And the total of that would be $172,100 as an estimated cost. Our equipment, which would be musical instruments and recording equipment, would cost about $140,640. And for the payroll, we're gonna have it worked out. So we have 11 workers as teachers, and they're gonna be paid $10 an hour for 40 hours a week. And the total of all their salaries would be $228,800. And for the marketing and promotion, that would be $1,721. And for the net income, we're not really making money our first year, since it is our first year. And for the business, we just want to get our business known in Fort Wayne to let them know who we are and what we do. We also have the startup for our building once we get it. So about 91% of the costs will come from the buildings and real estate because of the land we're going to buy, which is 4 acres of land. So that would be about $750,000. The rest of the costs will come from HVAC, parking lot, construction, roof, things like that. Our capital equipment list will be $27,487.50. And for our advertising and promotional expenses, we're going to have a total of $4,960 just to put a commercial in a local channel and also to put a print on a magazine.
We're thinking for our first year we could partner with IPFW or Sweetwater, and if they want to partner with us, we could start in any available space that they have. As we grow, we're thinking for the future to have a location in between downtown and the Coliseum, since many people pass there on their way to work. And also, it won't be too far for our target customers to get there. So, our future home, we're thinking, could look something like this. We demolished the existing building, and we rebuild it so it's bigger, more space, more people coming in to learn. We have little pavilions if people want to go outside and practice. Something nice that everyone can enjoy.
We operate from Monday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7. We have an initial registration fee of $2.50 per person. And as you register, you will be able to get your music lessons told to you. So you would be able to come in twice a week and you could schedule your music lessons according to your plan. Our group lessons are $5 per session, but our private lessons are $10 per person. So if you would like a private little session with your instructor, in the back or the pavilions, you will be able to do that. Our practice room rental is $30 an hour for an individual, but we do allow groups, and that would be $40 an hour, but there is a maximum of 5 people allowed. And we do have a recording studio in our industry if you would like to go in a little sound booth and maybe play a song and see how it works out. That is $37.50 per hour.
For the demographics, we're focusing on Fort Wayne's ethnic population and the poor community. So for Sweetwater, if we do get some space for them, they're located in 46818, and our location will be located in 15. And we know that both these areas aren't really diverse, nor are they that poor. But in the zip code areas below 46815, which is in our location, and 03, 06, and 016, all of them have a very high Hispanic population. And in 46816, they also have a very high Asian population with it, so they can just come up right to our lessons. And another reason why we thought this would be a good place for our music business to be is because it's right between downtown and the Coliseum, so many people can see our business to see what we're about.
As for the marketing ideas, we do have a website for our industry, and we also have an Instagram. The website includes things that people should know about our business, like the registration fees, when you can schedule your appointments, and things like that. Our Instagram has pictures and videos of live music sessions where people are being taught how to play an instrument by their instructor. We will have also other informations, little things, like once a year we're thinking about doing a charity dinner. That will be uploaded on our Instagram and on our website.
So our strengths is we're affordable and cheap. We have lessons for the immigrant population. We're an easier accessible building for people, and we help troubled youth get into the community. Our weaknesses is making money and finding teachers who speak these languages.
Some of our competitors might be Guitar Center and Fort Wayne Guitar Lessons because, of course, they do offer good quality lessons. But unlike them, our lessons are cheaper and we're easier to get to. And, of course, our lessons will be taught in different languages, so we're easier to understand. So now that you know about multicultural music, are you ready to play your music your way?
Very good. We start again, or no?
Are you guys a nonprofit? Did I miss that part? Are you a 501c3?
We are going to charge for our lessons, but very cheap. They're affordable.
I mean, is your organization, are you guys a for-profit entity or are you going to be a nonprofit kind of charitable organization?
We're a for-profit, but we also want to make partnerships with Sweetwater and IPFW since we don't have enough to finance ourselves. So we want to get our business going by making partnerships and for making profit.
I'll tell you another partnership that I thought of right away is the Fort Wayne Philharmonic.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of musicians, you know, they're a 70-piece orchestra, and they're always looking for ways to diversify their income and make other money, so they might need a home. And now all of a sudden, instead of just teaching piano and guitar, you're teaching cello and violin, and you're, you know, a way more interesting mix of instruments. So that would probably be better route for you, because you know, Sweetwater's your competition. They're your competition, you know. It's like wanting to open up a gas station and partner up with another gas station. Well, no. So I don't know, that might, you know, just to be honest with you. The only other thing I saw that might be a little bit concerning with the business model is you're willing to promote that our lessons are cheaper, but if you're charging $10 an hour, how much are you going to teach the instructor? And keep in mind, the instructor can work at Sweetwater for $25 an hour. So you could really have a crunch as far as hiring teachers. So that's where you have to be careful too. Because I'm going to work at Sweetwater if I'm going to teach guitar, because they pay more.
It would probably be more of a volunteer
Yeah.
type thing, right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's a question. I mean, is it, you know, how are the instructors getting paid? And that's where you might want to look into. If they're not, then maybe you could turn it into an.
Yeah, because if you are a nonprofit, you're a 501c3 and you're seen more as a charitable organization like the Fort Wayne Children's Choir or even the Philharmonic, they're all nonprofit organizations that when you do a charity dinner, you get big spenders and big ticket, and you get volunteers, and you get, you know, you're teaching the underprivileged music for $5 an hour. You're never going to pay your costs that way. Where you pay your costs is you go to the community foundation and say, hey, we want to teach these underprivileged kids.
Yeah.
We need $100,000.
So that might be the way to do it, is it not?
Yeah, when you first began, I thought this is a social service, but yeah,
It's
so
an
I
awesome
think that
social
going
service.
the nonprofit route is really good. Another thing to consider too, in terms of your market, your audience, is to look into either partnering or doing some kind of programs with the public schools. Because, I mean, Fort Wayne Community Schools is a very diverse district. Plus, there's a lot of diversity in the outlying areas as well that we don't really know about and talk about a lot. So I would see the public schools, or not just the public school, honestly, the you know, all schools as one of your potential target audiences.
Target markets, yeah.
What about the other thing that I thought of is, like, I own a marina And I store boats for the winter, so I store about 50 boats, not a lot.
Uh-huh.
But you know what all those boats need? They need ropes, and they need accessories, you know, maybe light bulbs for their lights. And kind of like your business, if I have a guitar, if I'm going in there to take guitar lessons, what do you put on a guitar? Strings. So it's kind of like if you sell shoes, you might as well sell shoestrings and socks too. So were you gonna sell accessories like that? Guitar picks? Somebody might show up and say, I forgot a guitar pick.
We did think about that, with our future location, that was a possibility, and that's why we made it a bit bigger,
Mm-hmm.
have something small like
And
that.
you know, maybe not, you wouldn't have to, you're not gonna ever compete with online or a place like Sweetwater, but at least it's there if somebody needs it as a convenience to the person, you know?
That's,
Yeah,
that's,
so
yeah, that's really great. We run a sports commission, so a couple of our events, we've done like a used sporting goods drive where people come and donate the old, you know, their old sports equipment sitting in a garage, and then we can donate it to the clubs. You guys could do more of a kind of a resale thing where you guys get donations of old things and then sell them for cheap.
Right,
I mean, that's
right.
just super easy way to, you guys will need money, big money. Any way you can make money, and that's great, getting donations and
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
it's the key are the instructors. The key are the
Right.
instructors. So it's
Right.
really smart that you're doing that, because if you have 10 instructors, you have 10 other entities that are marketing for you. There's a place called Jam Crib on North Anthony, and I remember I sat down with him when he first, it's a very similar concept, where he had recording studios, and he wanted to get the local musician community in there. I'm a musician too, by the way, so, and I told him right away, I said, you have to have instructors. You have to, because you want the flow. You want people to feel like there's something going on there. And if you have instructors having students coming in and out all day, then you sell them strings, and you never did that. So you guys recognize something that I think is really important in having instructors.
If I could build on that, this isn't really a question, it's more of a comment, but the part of your plan where you're focused on the building, and that building looked really immaculate, but I don't think you need to really focus on that at the beginning. It is the instructors,
Yeah.
you want it to be a cool place where people wanna go,
Traffic.
but that building looking like the top of the piano, I mean, you can do that in year 5 or year 10. After you're profitable. I would focus on the instructors. And you could be non-profit or for-profit. I could really see you being able to do this at for-profit if your building space was cheap and you're adding instructors as you add students. I mean, you could do this to where you're doing it in a for-profit setting.
Yeah, anytime somebody else can help promote your business for you, that's huge. You know, like I have a client who bought into have you heard of the Wings Etc. franchise? He bought into that, and he's building one up in Kendallville. And oh, by the way, he's gonna put it right next to the Pizza Hut. Why? Because there's all sorts of people going in and out of Pizza Hut. So Pizza Hut's helping him market.
So they could change their mind real quick. and
Yeah,
go
it's
over
like,
to
well,
the
Pizza
Wings
Hut has a
Etc.
line, let's walk over here, you know? So anytime you can have somebody else help market the product.
Right, I think their challenge, correct me if I'm wrong, your challenge is finding instructors that speak the language.
Yes.
Because that's what their.
That's gonna
Yeah.
separate you.
Their
Right.
goal is
Yeah.
to teach music to Hispanic or
Yeah.
people that don't understand the
Ethnicities.
language
Yeah.
as well, right?
different ethnic
Right.
groups.
That's the number one marketing
Right.
tool there, you know.
So that's their challenge, that's why I think they would need help in getting instructors that.
I guess I'm wondering too, when you talk about multicultural music, you're looking at different genres of music from around the world. Are you expecting those instructors to be able to, to teach music that is indigenous to their background?
We're not teaching like music from different genres, like from around the world. We're teaching people who speak a different language and can't speak English.
Okay,
Teach them music.
right.
So, yeah.
You
So
know,
it's
I-
more important to teach the basics, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In
Just to
their, in their
clarify.
Good question.
language.
I really
Good
just had a
question.
couple of things for you.
I asked them the same.
It's a niche, that's your niche right there, that's your niche.
Yeah, absolutely. Where did you get your pricing from? Did you
We
comp
looked
this
at
out at somewhere?
the average prices
Or-
of like the different instruments, average pay of music teachers, even though we are paying them a little less than what they should be paid.
Mhm.
and also we look at the utility costs and everything for a new building. We also look at how it would be if we were in a building like IPFW or Sweetwater.
Now, Mike could answer this, the building that you have, I mean, you have to section that off and soundproof it, right? So there's a cost to that, I would
We
imagine.
also found something.
I'm a little lost on your registration fee, your $250. I didn't understand too much about what you get out of that. You said you get to come in a couple times a week or something like that. Is that?
The way the registration fee is set up, even if they do not come and they do not come within a schedule to have a music lesson, that's still putting, like, that's time that the music instructor spent when they could have been teaching someone else. So even if they do not come, they will still pay for their lesson.
Bit of a commitment fee then, okay. Okay, and then the only thing I would say is I would forget the word cheap when you're making it. Honestly, I know you said affordable, I would use
Affordable,
inexpensive.
right. Yeah.
Something
Right.
along that line, I just drop cheap altogether.
Right.
There's a bad connotation to cheap.
You can sell low cost, you can't sell cheap.
Yeah.
And,
Excellent job.
Yes.
You guys really do your stuff.
You did,
I didn't
yeah.
look at that
Really,
one.
yeah.
You were great. Good job.
Thank you.
Liz, anything?
I was gonna say the other thing that stuck out to me is what Sweetwater, of course, we think of music in Fort Wayne, but to me, I feel like it's out in the middle of nowhere and hard to get to. So like people might go there maybe, I don't know, the top of the top, but then I would also not only have the multicultural at the forefront, but it's easy to get to. I do think that is huge, because I think about going out to Sweetwater, I'm like, you know, I don't know, maybe.
That was part of the reason why we did choose our location,
Okay.
because it was one of the easiest places to get to, and a lot of people go past that area on a daily
Good.
basis.
So I like that.
I have one more thing. In your presentation, everything was great. I think I would rearrange the order. Always attack the mission first and get to the mission, get the business plan, and then get to the numbers.
Yeah.
Don't bore us with numbers before you even really tell us what you're doing. So that's just, you'll find that in presentation. That's really the kind of standard.
Go ahead.
I guess I have a final question. Instruments are expensive. Is the expectation that the person brings his or her own instrument? Are you going to do any rentals of instruments?
The thing is, like, if they don't have an instrument available, we can let them loan an instrument, so they can learn a lesson without bringing an instrument. Since it's
And you guys, I mean, they went into like looking at partnerships that they do in Columbus. They did one, I forget what it was called. What was that music place you guys looked at where they got Sting and all these like big time musicians to donate money and instruments to this group. I don't remember what it was out of. Yeah, okay. So there's all these groups that are getting things from. So they looked into those things. I agree too, because I let them have the freedom on their choice of slides where they go, but the budget one scares me because that might have been something you moved within the last day or so. But you don't want to start off with dollars because then all of a sudden you might turn them off in that first slide. So it might be something where you get to the really cool, important things first, and you got them because you hooked them. Your music playing was amazing. Well, it really was. But the cool part was, I thought it was just going to be the music. Then all of a sudden, you three came in with this statement, and then it was like, okay, like that was a really good intro. Like I thought it was just the music, but to throw that out there at the end was really, I mean, to be honest with you, it was pretty impressive. And then your conclusion was really good. But then just realize that you want to get them hooked and keep them hooked and then slap them with some money, because if they were your investors and they see the money right away, guess what they're thinking the whole entire presentation? Money.
Yeah.
Okay, you get what I'm saying? But good job, guys. Very good job.
Nice job.
Very good.